To the Friends, you're listening to The Laundry Room here on 88.3 KUCR. I am your host and not your DJ today, but your usual DJ, Chai. And right now we are in the studio with WEBMISTRESS. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm really, really happy with how that set went.
Heck yeah. No, yeah. They just finished their live set that we just recorded, their first ever live recorded set. And I'm super excited that we had the pleasure and honor of having you do that here. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys will too. So yeah, like how do you feel like that went? Like,
I mean, I'm really happy with how it went, honestly. I managed to go for like an hour and 20 minutes, and I initially wasn't sure if I'd hit the 45-minute mark, so I'm like, we couldn't ask for more than that, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was freaking amazing. And
Thank
after
you.
it hit 45 minutes, I was like, oh, we're still going. Like, it feels like,
Yeah.
it felt like you didn't want to stop. So I was like, yeah, just don't.
I was equally surprised. I was like, whoa. Like, looked at the clock. It was an hour. Still had stuff. Like, I don't know.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel like, because we started off with the controller, right?
Yeah.
But we weren't going to use it because of like technical difficulties.
Yeah, I overextended myself a little bit,
Really?
gear-wise.
So? Well,
Yeah, I was just less familiar with that than I was my drum machine, but I feel like swapping it out, like, easy.
yeah. So I was going to ask you, like, what do you feel like your attitudes are towards, like, mixing and with a controller and then, like, a live hardware set? Like, how do you approach both?
I kind of approach them the same way. When I do live sets, I have 2 to 3 drum machines running, and I don't like sync them with MIDI cables generally. I did with this one just because I like just wanted it to be like a little bit more seamless. But so I'm like starting and stopping the drum machines and using the like volume knobs as like faders, almost the same as you would on a DJ controller.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it made my DJing better, and then I think like vice versa also. Like,
Okay.
it's all really similar. So when I do throw a controller in, usually I feel like it goes pretty good because it's like the same exact technique. If you could run them into the deck, it's like easy. But yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I was just like looking at you using all of the different machines, and I was like, wow, this is like live music making going on. And yeah, I think it was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, there was like a lot of improv in there too, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with how that went too.
Cool. It's like jazz.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
scatting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
That's really cool. Heck yeah. I'm like refraining from saying hell. I think we can say hell on air. If not, this will be edited out.
Yeah, just like beep it.
I'll beep it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I was at NAMM, which is the National Association of Music Merchants. It's like this huge convention with all this like music equipment, and I kept getting into this like argument with older people there and some younger people there who were saying like, well, DJs aren't real musicians. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, I think
Is that like a controversial topic, you think?
no, I don't know. I just like No, you know what? I think being a DJ is actually a form of being a musician. I used to think differently, but like making blends and stuff like that, you're essentially creating like new tracks out of existing ones, and like you have to know a bit about music to be able to do that. I would say like if a DJ also produces, then it's like solid 100%. That's a musician. Like
Yeah.
like you have to know music stuff to like make music on computers too, which I feel like a lot of people like the ones you're describing like overlook, but it's like you're literally like composing something.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so I kind of want to backtrack a little bit. Do you want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself and like where you're from and like how you got into making music?
Yeah. My name's Julia. I'm from Redlands in the IE. I've kind of lived in the IE like most of my life. I started making music. I was in band in like elementary and middle school. So I don't know, I kind of got a basis for everything there. And then I was in drumline for 1 year in high school, and I feel like that one was cool because it made me like it like gave me a pretty decent sense of rhythm, I think. And
What'd you play when you were in band?
uh in band I played trombone, and
Oh,
then in drumline I
cool.
played fourth bass, so it was
That's
like the
cool.
bigger one.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. But then after that I kind of didn't do any music stuff until like 2019 or 2018 or something, and I like bought a drum machine and just kind of started messing with it, and like in my room for like 2 years before I like dove into like releasing or recording anything.
What do you think inspired you to start get a drum machine?
Um Honestly, it was these friends who like had some, and I would like I don't know, they would like kind of show me how to use them, but they were also kind of mean about it. And so I was just like, okay, gotta learn this all on my own. So
Yeah.
I like wanted to get good at it out of spite initially, because like
Okay.
these dudes wouldn't like,
Yeah.
they would like talk down to me when I wanted to learn. So it was like, that made me want to like do it more, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's just as good a motivation as any.
Yeah, honestly,
Spite
spite.
and anger and
And then I was like, okay, well, this is just like fun. Like I got
Yeah.
over that pretty quickly, you know. It just like,
Yeah.
I feel like it gave me a kickstart.
Yeah, totally. Yes, we love our haters. Yeah. So you said you're from the IE.
Yeah.
How do you think the IE has influenced your identity as a musician?
I feel like the IE is kind of like a goofy place. And I don't know, I think it like kind of like infused or something my music with like a degree of silliness and lightheartedness that I like can't get out of it even when I'm trying. Like I feel like, and kind of like energy too. Like I don't know, the IE is like, I don't know. It just puts a certain like lightheartedness in a lot of like creative stuff that comes out of it, I think. Cuz you're not really like doing it to impress anyone, because the scene is like almost non-existent. So it's kind of just like you're literally like playing around with instruments, you know?
Right.
And so doing that for a couple years now, it's like with whatever I'm making, it's gonna sound a little bit goofy, but I've come to like embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying like being from the IE has helped you kind of like have more fun and be more fun.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's a fun place to be in a weird way when you're growing up. Like it's sprawling, everything looks the same, it all feels a little
Yeah.
bit fake, so you kind of have to like inject your own like uh imagination and like creativity into stuff in a way that like you probably do in a lot of other places, but the IE is like unique with something that I can't even describe really.
Yeah. I would agree. I think that like the music scene and the art scene in the IE is all about just creating for the sake of being creative,
Yeah.
and just like because our audience like because we're not LA, we basically make music for each other or make art for each other. And so I think that I completely agree that like we have more fun. So IE represent.
Yeah, I represent. Also, honestly, shout out to LA. I love all my
Yes.
LA musician friends. Like,
No hate to LA.
no hate.
No hate.
None at all.
Ever. We heart LA.
We literally, I'm like probably gonna move there. So
Heck yeah.
yeah,
Really?
it's like yeah.
Like soon?
Yeah, you know, we'll see.
Ooh.
I don't want to count my ducks, chickens before they hatch or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
WEBMISTRESS takes LA. They're already taking LA.
Yeah.
She's already killing it.
Yeah,
and, like,
I've been around for a
yeah,
minute.
Yeah, you have. So do you have any like rituals or practices that you do that like kind of prepare you for a live set? And
Yeah.
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 Okay. What
Wait.
would be
Do you want
some-
if you want to finish the question though, because
Well,
I
no,
could.
no. Well, what I'm saying is like
I totally do though.
we're so goofy in the IE. And
Yeah.
I feel like coming into like the LA scene, like, is there anything that you think has been like, you know, like specific to you? because of
Yeah.
that?
Like, okay, so when I like a year ago when I started playing shows and stuff, like literally like 1 year ago, like last week or something, I like before shows I would smoke a cigarette and listen to this track that someone that I'm friends with now made, but I like didn't know him at the time. It was
Cool.
Queen of Hardstyle by Anvil. Eric, you're awesome. But I would listen to that just behind like dive bars and smoke a cigarette and jump around a little bit and then like do pretty decent. Like I don't know, it got me in the zone a little bit. Now I don't really have like rituals as much, but I feel like a consistent theme before all my sets is something related to the set is going terribly wrong. Like I forget a power supply or I didn't prepare at all because I just forget to like practice a lot of the time, or I'm missing a cable or something and then I have to work around it, and I think it makes me do better. So at this point I would say my like preset ritual is like scrambling for like whatever reason, and that really puts me in the zone. Like actually having the first set that like didn't go great made me do better on the second one because I was like, okay, something went wrong, now I can like crush, I'm in my element.
That's awesome.
It's really silly.
You work better in chaos.
Yeah, 100%. Every time before a set, I'm like, I want to cancel. I should not do this. This is going to go awful. It's like a really good one.
And then you kill it.
Yeah, and then the ones where I'm like, no, I'm going to crush. I'm like, it's like mids.
Okay.
Sometimes it's good. But,
it's
never
like,
bad.
It's
I mean, not anymore.
Good. Very much.
But yeah, I would say like scrambling.
Okay.
Definitely.
So do you think that like sense of improvisation and like having some room for spontaneity kind of helps you? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. I've also had like power go out during sets, drum machines like stop working or stop sending clock, which is part of the reason I stopped using MIDI cables. Samples would be in the wrong spots, so it's like you have to roll with stuff because when you're in front of a crowd, like you just can't show if something goes wrong, and if you just have confidence in it, everyone will be like kind of pick up on that and reflect it and like what you're doing more. So like improvisation in live sets is 100% necessary because nothing is ever going to go the way that you planned it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting like perspective on ways to like do creative things, because I think the main mode that people go through is being calm and collected and then like releasing all your nerves and knowing everything that you're gonna do, but you're saying that like the less prepared the better.
For me, yeah. For whatever reason, that's what works. I wish I didn't pack my set list because I could show you on camera, but it's just like scribbles with like a pattern location and a BPM on a piece of paper with like a soup recipe on the back. And I should like change it out, but like I said, I never prepare. Like,
yeah. Why do you think that is? Do you think that's like, yeah, why do you think that
honestly, I have no idea. I think it's like ADHD or something.
I'm literally
like,
the same way.
Because I had like 2 months to like get ready for this one, and I just like didn't even think to do it until literally last night. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like it makes me more frantic too when I am playing, and I think that makes like it all helps each other out.
Yeah. I'm so intrigued only because I relate so much. I feel like I also had like time to like do things, but like I think the more like kind of spontaneous or in the moment that things are, the better, in my opinion. And I think that I pay more closer attention to detail when I'm like when I'm less prepared, I guess. Are there any advice or like things you would say to people who want to get into DJing or like, you know?
For DJing, honestly, just learn phrasing of tracks. That's the biggest thing I could say. Mix and key and learn phrasing and try not to move the BPM by like more than like 10% or something. There's a more specific number. I'm super new to DJing. I've only been doing it since like January.
Okay.
Don't really have good advice for that. But with hardware, I would say don't fall into the trap of getting a bunch of smaller, cheaper drum machines. Just save up and get a solid one, like a Digitact or something. Honestly, if you need help with hardware or choosing hardware, you can DM me and I will I have a really, really big interest in hardware. I try to learn about like all the options and stuff, and like I would love to help people out with that.
Yeah, that's cool. We were talking earlier about like gaining prominence in the scene and then being more concerned with like what your audience feels about your music.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything that you'd say like helps you with that, or like how has your journey been with that?
I think going into like playing stuff in front of people and releasing music, I had a like pretty good I had like a I don't know. I'd only been doing stuff for myself and not recording and not releasing for like 2 years or something. So I had a good air of like, I was just kind of playing stuff I liked, and it like worked out that other people liked it too. And I could do it in front of people. But I think after I started getting booked more and after people started listening to my music more, occasionally I find myself trying to make stuff that's just like what I know like people who listen to my stuff want to hear. And I always reel it back in, but I feel like it is kind of easy to um, like let what other people want dictate what you create. But I think it's important to kind of like pull back from like social media and stuff when you feel that happening, and just don't focus on like what's popular, what people like, and like just take time with yourself and like see what happens naturally with music. Because if you're like doing what you want to do, it's going to sound more honest and it's just going to be like way better. And like eventually you will find people who like the stuff that you're putting out, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your journey like getting like meeting the people that you know that have like helped you like get more popular, I don't want to say popularity, but like I guess more like gigs and stuff, you know, like after you learned how to do the music, like who helped you?
Well, like starting off, also I was in a band that really, really helped with improvising live. It was called Horse Friends.
Cool.
I feel like we should do something again if either of you hear this. Aaron and Lucas, I love you.
Shout out Horse Friends.
Yeah, honestly, no, huge shout out to Horse Friends, because that was the first shows I ever played, and then like kind of like we met Casper Info Hazard, who's probably been like the biggest single helpful person. We've been working together on stuff for like a year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Casper, I literally love you.
Shout out Casper.
Huge shout out to Casper. And I don't know. And then other than that, it's kind of just like meeting people at shows, and like maybe like collaborating later, or honestly just making friends. I think I'm kind of a chiller, so like it's kind of easy to just like hang out with people at the shows and like, I don't know, just talk. Friendships kind of have highest priority for stuff like that with me. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
But it does feel really good to work with people that you care about and like grow and watch your friends grow in popularity when you're all crushing. And I feel like that's happening on like a pretty decent scale with the whole scene that like I think I'm a part of in LA, and I'm like really proud of everyone and like excited to see where we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean like Umbra is probably gonna like blow up. Like
yes.
Murder is like
yes.
crushing. Casper. There's definitely like a million people I'm forgetting about, but like
yes.
I don't know.
I would love to have them in the laundry room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Having a network and all like kind of lifting each other up is like really good, and I think it's super important.
I agree. The community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm drifting too far from the questions. I feel like I ramble a little bit, but
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love doing amazing.
Yeah. I'm really happy to hear that. What kind of music did your band make, Horse Friends?
We made like, I want to say we made like house music. It was like 128 BPM. Some of it's on Spotify. Like people, it's really, really pretty. Aaron and Lucas are like the two most talented musicians I've ever met to this day. Like they're like geniuses, and they wanted me to do the drums for it, and I was just like what the hell? Like why? But it like obviously worked out and stuff. But it's like really like experimental dance music, but not experimental in the way where it's like super like sound designy or crazy. It's just like we're all using really different sounding instruments, and so it like makes some really weird intersections of electronic music. Like using a organ synthesizer was like a staple of it, but then also like a lot of samples from pop culture, and then I would throw on like really distorted 808s on stuff, and it like all this sounds crazy, and like it honestly was, but it kind of worked out, and like I don't even really know how to describe what genre it was. It's just like fun and silly.
Okay, look up Horse Friends
Yeah.
on Spotify. Check them out.
It's good music to like chill to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That. Do you want to talk a little bit about like your like sound and your contribution to electronic music, like to the rave scene and also to the LA scene? Like maybe talk to us a little bit about like how LA has like influenced your music. Well, I guess you said a little bit about that earlier.
Well, I started going to more like I was making like hardcore and stuff for a long time, but I started going to more like techno events in LA, and that like definitely influenced me to just start making techno. I like saw I saw a One Morning set at the last Serenity Link that
shout
like
out One Morning.
yeah, seriously,
former KUCR DJ.
like
They used to DJ here too.
They were so good. It was like maybe my favorite set I've ever seen, and me and my friend literally like went home from it, and I produced like a techno track for the first time. I'll probably release it soon, but it's like it's pretty good. I don't know, like seeing like the variety of like DJs and styles in LA and like techno that's like good, like definitely changed my production style. I've like stripped everything down a little bit so it's not as like maximal, and it's like a little bit less goofy now too. But yeah, I would say that's probably like the influence going to stuff in LA had.
Cool. Yeah. Is there anything else you think the audience should know about you?
Nah. I mean, not anything I could think of right now. Maybe I should have like prepared something, but
no.
I'm like really thinking. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's been such an honor speaking with you. I am a fan, and I've always really enjoyed seeing you live and
thank you.
Watching your sets, listening to your music. You have some really great releases out, so please check out her music. WEBMISTRESS on Spotify. It's on like everything I think you can think to find music,
even stuff you don't know about.
Yes,
it's on there.
It's probably on there. Yeah, so
I thought of something.
Okay, bet.
I just wanted to say I love my roommates. Shout out to the Beef Unit.
Yeah.
And also like my mom and dad, obviously. My dad actually got me into like rave music when I was like a literal baby, and like I feel like that was the start of me like wanting to make dance music and stuff. Yeah. I probably should have said that earlier, but like that was like the biggest thing. We would like do yard work and listen to like James Brown is Dead and like Dominator and all this stuff, and like he has these like big posters of rave flyers in the garage because he was raving in the 90s, and it like really rubbed off on me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like trying to like find a solid rave to invite my parents to, and I'm like really excited about that.
Dude, Power Source or something.
Yeah.
That's coming up, I think. Or you know, whatever.
Yeah, I'll find one. We'll find one.
I'm sure you know your parents better than I do.
I would totally bring them to a Power Source.
Really?
They're like chill as hell.
Okay.
They're really cool.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting because I was playing some rave music on my show last week, and one of my friends texted me, was like, my mom loves your show. She's like thinking about her like teenage years and stuff. So
that's so sweet.
It's crazy that, you know, ravers are coming back. I mean, we never left.
Yeah. I think like the commercialization like maybe slowed stuff down for a little bit, at least from what I heard about like the scene ending in the 90s, but like can't say anything about what happened until like a couple of years ago, but I feel like the underground is really thriving. I think in Los Angeles something like really special is happening.
I agree. Yeah. Well, I don't know, do you have anything more you want to say about that or anything else?
No, but I think stuff is only gonna get better. Honestly, from what I could see, like actually, I have some pretty cool stuff lined up too that I'm excited for everyone to see. the big
Yay.
things coming or whatever DJs
Yeah,
are
moving
supposed
in
to say.
silence.
Yeah, like it's silly, but
Yeah, no.
yeah, keep your eyes peeled for like some cool stuff.
Dude, heck
I don't want
yeah.
to say too much.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, no, we move in silence
Yeah.
here in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Keep it on the hush. You never know. The ops are out. Yeah, that's super sick. I agree. It's exciting what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay, so we have been in the laundry room with WEBMISTRESS. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah, cool. I had a lot of fun too. So yeah, you've been in the laundry room on Laundry Day here on KUCR 88.3 FM. If you're listening to this on air, make sure you follow WEBMISTRESS at WEBMISTRESS on Instagram.
It's like @_WebMistress.
Okay, @_? Okay.
No, yeah, I couldn't get the real one.
I
have my knockoff busted like but it's chill.
Heck? It's not busted.
It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't even care.
Who the hell took the
I don't know. There's so many
We're
just like
looking for
random
you.
people squatting on all of the best like usernames.
Right?
It's so annoying.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like I feel like whatever.
Yeah.
_WebMistress.
Yeah. _WEBMISTRESS.
Yeah.
Um.
And if you're booking me, put WEBMISTRESS as one word on the flyer.
Yes.
There was a big problem with people not doing that for a minute. I don't get it. WEBMISTRESS is an existing word. I didn't come up with it. It's one word. That's it.
Period.
Honestly.
I agree. Get it right. Also, you can follow me. On Instagram at mylifeischai, MYLYFEASCHI. You can follow the station at KUCR 88.3 FM, and all those links should be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Again, shout out WEBMISTRESS, and she's been lovely, and I'm really happy with the video and this live set that we are going to see after this.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited for you guys to hear it. If it gets loopy at any point, it's because me and Chai were like talking about something or working something out. So like bear with me, but only in like 30-second spans probably. It's like fine.
There's a lot of technical things going on here, but
something caught on fire.
Yeah, we had to evacuate the campus.
It was a whole thing. It was a
lot.
But we persisted.
We persist because the laundry room is the most important room.
Factual.
On Earth.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Eyeball real quick.
Yes, shout out Eyeball.
He like put me on my first like rave that I was actually like happy with how it went.
Really?
That was in the
You're
IE in like Bloomington.
Person who said that?
Yeah, no, Trinity, you're awesome. Like,
stop it.
Yeah,
Trinity love over here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Eyeball T-shirt.
Yeah, no, like I don't know.
Yeah.
You're awesome, dude.
Yeah.
The stuff you do is sick. Thanks for like putting me on, and like the other people too. I don't know.
Sake said the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's
no, he's great.
Sick.
He's great.
He's a stand-up guy.
Simple as.
Okay. Bye everybody.
All right. Bye for real.